Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise, the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
World power must fall. Roaring for the heavens. A peaceful man stands tall. Tall. Just like the Pied Piper, let rats through the streets, dance like marionettes, swaying to the symphony. Just like the Pied Piper, let rats through the streets, dance like marionettes, swaying to the symphony, swaying to the symphony of destruction.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got?
The players on your team quickly upgrade your team at the end.
What defines my name? NAS. defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to lie. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the am I doing?
Hey yo, Prim, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright,
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
Time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with.
Go, shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give cause that's your birthday. You'll find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Rolls down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood.
The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise, in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
Plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind. Got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my shoes. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Hit the bumpin' in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn if the talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a, come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We the club all the time, it's a pop off. Shady aftermath.
The players on your team quickly upgrade your team at the end. These are player tags. Players with tags.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the counter that's dry. Riding the special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and Birkin, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Bet while I'm gripping her side. Bigger man, bet this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put baguettes in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Money, money,
I took the Billy Cool back and I hopped in the car. I put the in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, sit there in the road, right, wow. I stood up, ties, huh? I'm in the coupe by myself. I had to kick her though when I was 5. Key the hood was on the shelf. In the fan. I'm sick and tired of me. Act like they find it, telling them lies. Acting like they the one created this and they
see how many players you need. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
He's teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're underway in Atlanta. Starting from the 5. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. He's out of bounds. Get this, right where the kickoff came from, at the opposing 35-yard line.
And with that, Kate, I got a smile on my face because their new season's underway on a heck of a note. That's exactly what their goal was. Don't force your offense to set the tone. Set it yourself. He wanted to be the one who gave him the first spark and go screaming into this regular season.
Buys time, rolling right. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can you make offensively?
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
Staying with Robinson. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this one belongs to the Bucs. So the first drive goes almost nowhere, and then Brock, then they turn it over. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's going to work it to the 20. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Penix here from the gun. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. Third and long for him here. Chased out to his right. To the right side and reeled in by London. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go. Penix looking to pass. Flush down out to his left. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. To the air with Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be run out of bounds. A nice game, but this is why you don't want to be playing for behind the sticks, right? It is still 2nd down coming up.
A 10-yard pickup. It's 2nd and goal.
Penix working from the gun. He rolls to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So the flag is declined, and now, Brock, they got to figure out what they want to do on 4th and goal. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
Even if it's not a touchdown, well, you're happy to see the offense produce points in the first trip out there this season. For a kicker, kind of nice to start 1 for 1 as well.
Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Now bring the tight end in motion. They give to Irving to start this drive. He spins right by him. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Mayfield now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Baker now from the gun. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Jalen Walker firing over to take him down. third and just 2 to go.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Here he is on third and short. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. They'll cobble together a yard there. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea.
Brings up second and 8.
From the shotgun, Penix. And the catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Oh, wait a second, but there's a penalty on the play. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Penix now to throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So they'll decline this and take the results.
That penalty is declined.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Throwing Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their second drive. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. All set to go now from the 35. First down, here's Baker. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to the line they come, second down.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's hauled in by Allen on the right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He'll come up on first and 10.
And a first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Irvin here from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
From the gun, Mayfield. Jump off, caught by his back. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a third and 10. They'll throw, third and long. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. His return starts at the 5. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Now here come the Falcons on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First down now, ball at the 33. Play fake, Penix. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down. So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Penix. Got it, man. It's London. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Stop that time by Jamel Dean. The Buccaneers go to the nickel, third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Penix now. Has him on the quick hitter. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Penix to throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. They go play action. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Here's Penix. On the move, headed right. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Parrish. Great work by the defense here, partner. They helped force him to his opposite side, made the throw that much tougher to get away clean.
And with so many numbers today, they always talk about baseball being an analytics game, but the more we cover this league, Kate, we see there's analytics in this game as well. And these defensive coaches, they always want to push the quarterback away from their arm. Because if they do, well, they can try to force a throw all the way back across the field and take it away, just as the defense did right there.
He takes this forward a little to about the 39. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
180.
Throw here, 3rd down. It's complete. This is Nguka. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout.
Complete to Abuka. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3.
Now Mayfield. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So we have, well, apologies to our buddy Scott Hansen. We're going to catch up with you after this one, Scott. We're going to jump past halftime, get you right back to the start of the 2nd half. We'll see what the 1st half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. Starting from the 5. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. First call here coming from the shotgun. The Buccaneers getting their offense set to go to begin the 3rd. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. On the give, this is Irving. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
That's good for a first down.
Baker now off the play fake. Brought in left side by Godwin. And on first down only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Mayfield will look to throw. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Penix looking to pass. He's trying to set up a screen. Here's Robinson. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he's finally caught after a big 3rd down gain, but was one of his teammates caught by an official. We've got a flag down. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. He's keeping it, he's going for it. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Penix on first down. Galloping inside the 40. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the 2nd half with some needed points. Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Falcons tie things 10-10.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. So first down from the 41.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Baker now from the gun. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. Irvin is hit. He fumbles that football. The Falcons bring it in. And Atlanta will return it for a touchdown. The Falcons take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. No one else you'd rather have scooping up that loose football. Somebody who could do some damage with it on a return.
Yeah, some poor fortune right there offensively. There was nobody there to, number 1, make the recovery, or number 2, make a solid tackle on that speedster. Once he got the return going, that fumble was headed all the way home.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Has this at the 6. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the counter. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Got his man. It's on him. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's caught at the 4. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Here's the give to Irving. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now trail by just a point in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. All set to go now from the 35.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
Now Penix off the play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Here's Robinson up the middle. Shoots away from one. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. All set now. 1st and 10.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing for the pistol. Penix buying some time left. All in left side. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give left side. Here's Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throwing now. Getting out to his left. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And they stop him before he can reach that marker. And now we've got a penalty flag out too. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones to put this away. They're going for it. Penix on the sneak. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Robinson on the inside give. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Robinson again here on second. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. Maybe should have been thinking pass there, partner. The defense all over this run, and it's going to be 4th and goal.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A lot of pressure on this kick for Zane Gonzalez. Pretty automatic look for him from the left.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Return starts at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now to throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Line up the design keeper.
Chest got a lot of dog on me. Know you probably smell it. Like my name, Jody. Pull up in Yvette. Go and check the news, Brody. Heard somebody stretch. In your feelings by the better get a grill. Tired of getting taxed for that. Take a trip. I got right here for show. I make everybody deal. Went to visit Granny. She say, "What's that poking out your heel?" I told Brody walk behind so he can catch me if I slip. She begging me to take a sip. First she drove the boat, then she like a ship. First you load it up, then you empty out the I'm not no button, no wrinkled clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci LV, no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to
check on known for stopping cars.
I'm cold with the my little young man, an M on the road, he a scammer. Dripping money, clear splash, I'm covered in bills. But I'm clever, vendettas, raw draws, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go federal. I pour up, I'll measure. Soon I met her, I leveled up, my bread up, I'm fed up. It's pressure, it's gang, you can't hang. We slamming out whoever. I keep it on, get stuck on. It may say Manjala. Got 2 cribs in Alpharetta, they down the street from each other. I know the spot. My little one, he know the laptop. Shorty having Chris Vick, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers then from her. This one a landslide. Ain't gonna be no good this shit. I'm spinning back to back. Any say they want that issue, I'm going 50, and then the got arrogant. My natural habit. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
chain, switch it up. It's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister at it with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been stocked up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chicks. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's half time, she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no left. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little bushy run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, made that. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, up and bet me, I'm keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a. I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then I. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a. I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then I.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
I've been dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, but not retreat. You can never compete. Your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions. Go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause. We different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes. I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons. Really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through code and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been dealing, billing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a cook in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions. Go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause. We different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes. I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons. Really for lifers.
You take a mortal man and put him in control. Watch him become a god. Watch people's heads roll. Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like a marionette, swaying to the symphony of destruction. Acting like a robot. Its metal brain corrodes. You try to take us balls before the head explodes. Explodes. Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like marionettes, swaying to the symphony. Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like marionettes, swaying to the symphony. Swaying to the symphony of destruction.
Mike Tirico, Greg Oatson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. He'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
For Josh Oliver, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. The reception for Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a... Gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They run it once more with Jones. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd down, they need 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Looking to throw. McCarthy.
The 11-yard line.
And he'll take it on in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. With J.J. McCarthy, a long time coming. But his first touchdown pass in an NFL regular season game.
Personal foul.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this looks like a completely different offense from a week ago. They just couldn't get anything going. They're self-inflicted penalties. The opposing team really had their way with them. But they looked really sharp. They had a great opening script. They executed it to perfection. And then not only to sustain possession, Mike, but so important nowadays is to win those possessions in the red zone and come away with 6.
The Falcons come out and they are led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace. He runs straight ahead with Jones. With that, oh, and give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 4. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
In motion, it's Jefferson.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the handoff, Jones. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. Here comes 2nd and 4. On the draw, here's Jones. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll run the sneak, and they're going to get him down close to the marker. Is he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down, 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. That is first touchdown of the new year.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their second possession. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
At the 33-yard line.
From the gun, here is Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First down.
You're going to go play action with Penix. Forced out wide. There he goes again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. On second down, Penix flush to his right. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. Drive will start on the ground. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Vikings first down.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third and 6.
A gain of 5 brings up third and 6.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Fourth down.
This one, returnable. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. On play action, Penix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Now Penix to throw on second down. Into space at the 45. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First and 10.
And the Falcons first down. A 28-yard gain.
From the gun, it's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And it's third down.
They'll throw. It's Penix. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but Nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
Is a turnover on downs.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the carry. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. On second down, here's McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
Ryan Wright in punt formation for the Vikings.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to... And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. This one not quite on target. But too much. That one falls incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. That's going to try and Gavin Bartholomew. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. As the clock stops, 50 seconds to play until halftime.
Let's go now.
Up the middle, here's Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
33-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and
To throw is McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
And the Vikings.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try.
Will Reichert.
This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. And maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike. You think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl.
He gets free inside the 20. And he will score. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. Gonzalez tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons are back in this one. It's 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been because of the proximity, a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
Yeah, I think going into the season, I'd make the argument it's the best division in football. And I think when the worst team, I know they were 5-12 with the Chicago Bears, but to me, there's a lot of wins built in there. Now they bring in Ben Johnson. They continue to build around Caleb Williams. That feels like there's a lot more wins built into that 5-12 record if they just get themselves organized and get some pieces around Caleb Williams. And that's what they've done. So, yes, Detroit and Minnesota, Green Bay, they've clearly been the top 3 for the last couple years. But if Chicago and that roster, if that's your 4th best team in your division, man, I'll tell you what, those are going to be some really competitive division games this year.
And I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's the length of the franchises. But when these divisions go head-to-head, there always is a legacy feel that just is additive to the anticipation of those matchups.
Yeah, I mean, every one of these franchises has significant history for a lot of different reasons. They have Hall of Fame players, Hall of Fame coaches. Some of the most iconic individuals in the history of the league have played for these 4 organizations over the last 50-plus years. So there's so much into it, more than just the matchup on the field in that moment, and you can feel it with how much the fan bases rally behind their team.
Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fitness, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something.
And he'll take this one in. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. He's got another one, his second touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now McCarthy. You let this go. Deep for Jefferson. Back to the sideline and intercepted. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Falcons first down.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. They'll begin the 4th by giving it to Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
To throw is Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
First down. First and 10 at the 46.
Now Jones. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's McCarthy.
49-yard line.
He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
To throw, it's McCarthy. Trying to do it himself, but this will come up short. They mark him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action now with Penix. Caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Penix on 3rd down. A toss left side, caught by his running back. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Atlanta. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And here's Bijan. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.
Already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about if you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you
These players are on the last year of their contract. You can view the player's overall interest in your team.
Cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Aight, all your men have been to jail before? Whoa. And all them upper cats you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bumps. Aight, they go to click 911. All over some dump. Ain't that some? It's remind me of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, aight, Slim. So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is they got you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite. Come on, the mic, that's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You whack, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother, I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put him in the stand. You keep off, that you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger
This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see.
Everybody come out, when the body burn out. Sun in the sun out, I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, he's about to leave. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. On the visitor's sideline, a look at the head coach of the Falcons. His guys at 2-0 to begin 2025. Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
They'll go again with Hubbard. Good running inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Opposite, green.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. He's to the 10. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Panthers. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Penix. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Matthew Bergeron, fellow Syracuse alum, guilty that time. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Here's Penix. Forced out left. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we'll have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Panthers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Whoa. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
First down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the
From the gun, it's Young. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, Young.
Young's pass intended for Chuba Hubbard.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Jalen Walker on the coverage.
Down.
Out of the shotgun, Young. Forced out wide. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a first down.
12 yards.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
And 4 yards. That's another Panthers first down.
Young. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal.
Come on, set. Blue, ready?
Here's Young to throw. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Carolina. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Greg, offensive coordinator's script to start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. I'll tell you what, Mike, they continue to build on this lead here early. It's going to be a long day for this defense.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a good show of force there. He gets full tough yards out of that one. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. From the 43, here's second down and 5. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. On the run to the right. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Here now, third and 5. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now third and 15. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their third series to see if they can make it happen.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 6.
Let's go. 60 red.
So after 1, 13-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. They've got it second down and 6 to begin. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. Here comes a return. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop with tight ends, especially at the top. A couple guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Colston Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's 2 guys that play tight in the NFL. There's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones, and he'll run after and get what he can. And then there's the guys, Mike, that get themselves open. They can win third down one-on-ones. They can win versus press. They can win routes downfield versus defensive backs, not just linebackers. When I watch Colston Loveland, that's the guy I see.
And another one out of the Big Ten, Tyler Warren from Penn State. He goes to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's a little more of a throwback, right? He can play a little quarterback, he can play H-back, he can put his hand on the ground. He's still good enough and athletic enough to play in space. When you look at what Penn State did with him, there wasn't a position on the field, including center, that he didn't play. So he's a really big physical, run after catch. I think he's a good fit because remember, in Indy, that Shane Steichen offense, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to get downhill with the run game, offensive line. So I think it's a good fit because he's very talented in the passing game, but he's going to keep teams honest with his ability to still contribute on all three downs.
Second and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. He's got it at the 3. And he is out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing again, it's Penix. Over the top, he's got it. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Gonzalez tacks on the extra point, and the Falcons are on the board. It's now 13-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is,
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Zach Harrison in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5. A second down throw for Young. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. It is 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down
Ready.
and 15.
52. Ready?
Now Young. That's to the left side. Hauled in by Leggett. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. As they'll discuss what's to come. This 4th down is looming. And he'll get something there on the return. Able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. Penix going to get his guys moving.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, slant, caught by Johnston. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Gain on the play. And the Falcons first down.
To throw is Penix. Rolling to the left. Off he goes. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards. But we'll need to check on the call. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Another catch there for Johnston. They'll look to pick up the pace.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
To throw again, it's Penix. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll be third down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he is on to punt for Atlanta.
Here we go. Black, 95.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee, take this on into the locker room. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. Touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. They'll come up to third and 3. Throwing is Penix. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, he just catches that ball and turns upfield. They extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. From the 38 now, here's second and a yard. Now Penix moving to his left. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but there is a flag down. And we'll check in with our referee. That's on the guard, Chris Lindstrom. On play action, Penix. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and 5. Here's Penix. On the move left. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action. It's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. They'll throw. It's Penix. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
It's too long for a field goal, They'll go for it here on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Penix. That's taken in. And he picks up the first down here. But hold on, will it stand? There's a flag on the field. Caleb McGarry, the guilty party there.
Still fourth down.
Let's see what they do here. This is fourth and long. Fourth down, and here's Penix. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Now, Dowdle. Peeling forward for maybe a yard. Jalen Walker there to make the play. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun. Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go.
Brings up third and 3.
Check pitch.
From the gun, it's Young. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First and 10 at the 30.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second
From the 31,
and 7.
here is second down and 7.
Here we go. Set. 33.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. Pass caught right side by Higbee. Here's a third down and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
Yellow.
Leggett
22.
in motion.
Ready.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Roseboom. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. They'll throw on first down with Penix. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 4. They'll look to throw. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Big play coming up. This is third down. That one complete to Johnston. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. From the gun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. They'll try and throw it with Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth. But they will turn it over on down.
Here we go.
On first down is Young. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go. Here we
at
go.
the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. He gets free. And he's going to go into the end zone, but there is a flag down. And this is all going to be erased. So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Ready,
in
go.
motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. He's got room past the 35. Big chunk out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Oh, fine work there defensively, got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. We'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. On 3rd down, Penix escaping to his left. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Robinson, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Falcon.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. Here comes 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now Penix. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their 1st. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Escaping to his left. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. Big letdown defensively. They allow him to convert on 4th and long. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This fielded at about the 9. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Young. That's to Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the
out of the shotgun. Young. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
A 39-yard attempt.
This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal the game. So it's over. It's over.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh, there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you make your escape, but you're afraid you can outrun what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break the chain that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, I won't pretend that I know half the hell you've seen, but that don't mean it's something that you're destined to repeat. Oh, you're stronger than you think. You know it has to end, but you don't know where to start. You can pack your bags and I'll meet you where you are. Oh, I'll be waiting in the car in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break these chains that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Let's go and keep.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And makes takes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Penix. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. First and 10 at the 47.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And looking to throw Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
He was defended by Quandre.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Complete to Johnston here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
That's another Falcons first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brings up third down.
Penix going to sneak it. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
It's a gain of 2. And the Falcons, first down. First down and goal to go.
They'll throw with Penix. Looking for London on the out route complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Penix going to sneak it. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. Michael Penix with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Come on.
And they run the option on second down. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Washington first down.
Daniels looking to throw. That's caught by Senna. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 38-yard line, second and 9.
Let's go. 60 by 60.
To the air goes Daniels. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That's good.
Samuel going to go in motion right.
It's a gain of 10.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Eckler now between the tackles. Pushing through the contact. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Washington Commanders.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He's taken down on the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
To throw is Daniels. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's Penix. Over the middle, caught by London.
possible gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Falcons first down.
To the air, Penix. He gets it to Johnston. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A play fake. Now Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Robinson up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
And the Falcons first down.
Robinson is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Quentin Johnston as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Set to kick off.
Able to slither by. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
The 26-yard line.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Dances by him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
They'll go play action here with Penix. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. Penix working out of the gun here. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Daniels.
At the 29-yard line.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Let's go now.
First down.
Throwing now is Daniels. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And yet again, it's McLaurin.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Up the middle with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Washington Commanders first down.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
On the give, this is Eckler. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Washington first down.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Crosby-Barrett.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8.
15-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Ooh, the juke. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and has stopped him short of the 1st down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Looking to put a drive together.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw, Penix. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Now Penix. Pass hauled in by Johnston.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Holding offense.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Second down at the 23-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Got a man, it's London. Into space at the 45. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 31.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So it goes as a the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Carter once more. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, here's Carter. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. Short throw here, the tight end Bates. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And a Washington 1st down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Now a carry for Brown. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now 2nd down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now it's Brown. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Daniels. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing after the interception, Daniels. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 15 yards. And a Commander's first down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now Daniels going to keep it. A beautiful fake. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Samuel bringing in the slam.
Complete to number 1, Deebo Samuel. An 8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he smarts it. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Now he's going to step up and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Jaden Daniels from 17 yards out. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here comes 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team.
I just want to rock. Body of the year.
Probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got 'em beat. Cause a side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. Them other fellas, they been seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven on earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Yeah. If a
get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last for long. Don't have but the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here for it for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got rich doing that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the it'll load up a the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch and the pain to see them hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we get. Make sure everything come up full circle. We're from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it that we made from the air. We went from running and with nothing to stomach, just feeding the neighborhood, bruh. There ain't a person alive that be matching the vibe, and honestly ain't even fair. There ain't a do with the drive and the vision like I have unless I go look in the mirror, babe. So run it up, the sun is up. To run it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up, there's no rest to when sun it down. Work it for real, get your money up.